Now, the water crisis in the Savannah regional capital, Damango, is expected to worsen in the coming days as authorities at the West Gonja District Assembly of the Savannah region have issued a directive to residents and tanker drivers not to fetch water from the dam again, following fears of possible pollution. This is the second time in 3 months that the quality of water in the dam has come under questioning. Hence, the directives by the District Security Council, DISEC, led by its chairman, Mr. Saeed Muhasu Jibril, who doubles as DCE for the area, preventing its further use until officials from the Center for Scientific Research in Nyanpala in the northern region ascertain its wholesomeness. Here is Madame Nayila Suleimana, a resident, lamenting over the consequences ahead.
They shouldn't fetch from that dam, Agric dam, then it's going to be a different case, because normally this is the water we do survive with, because there's no, even the boreholes around, before you get water is very, very difficult. If they're saying they shouldn't fetch from that dam, they should go to Korea, and they're also finding it, then we are in trouble. And we are just in trouble. They should do something.
Following these concerns, tanker drivers in town are currently on a sit-down strike in protest of the directives. Correspondent Isaac Nonya joins us live with more. Good morning, Isaac.
Good morning, Annie.
Isaac, how dire is the situation at the moment?
The situation is very serious because the Damango Dam is the major water source that serves residents and those around Damango. And one is like this: we have other alternative areas that are very far from the township. And that is where the tanker drivers are protesting, saying that the roads leading to these areas are no good and the place is also far. If they intend to increase the prices of the water based on the distance, residents will not patronize.
So what other sources, water sources are available for the people, and where are they getting their drinking water from at the moment?
For Damango, there are some skeleton number of boreholes within the township, and these boreholes supply the two senior high in town. Secondly, we also have the Catholic Church that has some few boreholes within its premises, and these boreholes serve only people within the perimeter, the environment at the church, and then also the students. Even the other two boreholes in town that are being mechanized are not enough for both Damango Senior High and then the Senior High. There is a dam, a smaller dam, that is about 6-7 kilometers away from Damango Township. This is the particular dam that the drivers are protesting that they won't go. One, the road is not good. Secondly, it's a distance from where they're located.
Right. But at the moment, people have access to drinking water?
People don't have access to drinking water. If you look at the nature of the Damango water crisis, years ago, they used to depend on two other dams, the A. Mama Dam and that of the Agric Dam. The first dam is dried up, leaving this one. So the boreholes that are there are mechanized too. But they cannot serve to the extent that the students who are mostly coming to town to fetch water will be able to cope up together with residents who are there. Don't forget, food vendors are all dependent on this particular dam. And we also have the few workers who have come to do construction, all depend on this dam. And we can also confidently say that those who are doing construction are still using the water, but authorities at assembly cannot be sure whether the water that these people are coming, the tanker drivers are coming to fetch, are going for construction or are going for consumption.
Yeah.
So they have just banned everybody from going to the place.
Right. Okay. Well, do we know how soon the Center for Scientific Research in Nyanpala will be in town?
Yes, they have come to town. They have taken a sample of the water and back to Tambole to be able to test to prove that the water is wholesome or is not wholesome. That's what the drivers are saying, that authorities at assembly should pre-inform them ahead of time before this day, whereby they have just been asked to sit down and wait. When they will come, they cannot tell.
Do we know how soon those test results will be out?
That is not known for now. Even the assembly, the data from the assembly cannot be confirmed unless the officers from Nyanpala are able to return with the results anytime soon.
Okay. Just before you go, can you tell us a little bit about the Damango Agric Dam?
Yes, the Damango Agric Dam years ago was constructed to augment the water situation. One, there was a water and storage company that was constructed by the then German NGO that came to the sector. So water supply wasn't a problem at the time until the system ran down, and then everybody goes back to the dam. The dam has been very helpful in the area of agric, that's irrigation, and then also consumption. So the Damango, if you look at as part of the entire Savannah region, apart from Bola district, the water table, we are told by stakeholders that is low, and that has sparked the water crisis in the entire Savannah region, especially Damango, being a business town. Now, it happened that farmers who were a bit far away from the dam have encroached some of the part of the banks of the dam and coming closer. You also have fishermen who are also taking access of the dam, making it difficult for the people who used to come to fish directly with bowls and then a basin to wash and then process the shea butter and what have you. Now, the worst aspect of it is this. Stakeholders are saying that because the irrigation farmers have drawn closer and using chemicals to fish, that possibly might be the cause of what is happening now, because you see fingerless dying off and washed ashore. You also see the color of the water, which was originally white, though not treated, now is green, sparking the fears among members of DASTEC and store residents. This is the fear that tanker drivers have not seen. To them, it's the usual. It's a business as usual, and it's something that they have been doing. Nevertheless, they should give them a chance to continue doing their business.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you very much for joining us this morning, Isaac.